Hi guys, I want to share one more very inspiring case study of complete PCOS reversal. The name of the lady is Neha. Before I let you watch the entire candid conversation that I had with her, I'll just tell you who Neha is, what she does. So Neha works in a corporate and has a very hectic schedule. Her day starts as early as 9:30 a.m. in the morning, and sometimes she gets done with the work at 9:30 10 p.m. at night. And yet, in spite of such a hectic routine, she was completely able to reverse PCOS within just couple of months. Along with that, before she joined, she had irregular periods, and for that she used to take a lot of those hormonal pills that doctor had suggested her. With that, she also has a joint family, so choosing or being on a very restrictive diet was a big challenge for her. And at the same time, she'd gained a lot of weight, almost about 20 kilos, because of which she'd started to face some confidence issues also. And in just couple of months, not only her periods have become completely normal every single month on the same date without any medication, but along with that, she was from 80s has also reached in her 60s, which is like her ideal body weight. And with that, if I talk about the blood reports, her triglycerides, which was at 170.9, has reached to 131. Along with that, her iron levels, which were just 45 before she joined us, has moved to 66.7, which is ideal. And at the same time, when we explored, we also realized that she also had few kidney issues. That is why her SGPT levels were 86, and today it's only 29. And guys, no medications were used during this entire process. And now I will let you watch the entire candid conversation that I had with Neha. I want you to watch this video till the end so that number one, you get inspired, and second, you would know that sometimes it's not that difficult to reverse PCOS completely. How are you doing?
Hi, I'm doing pretty fine. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So, Neha, first of all, congratulations on completing this entire phase with us. Very proud of you. And today, I
Thank
just,
you.
yeah,
Thank you so much. I would literally want to thank the entire Level Up team. It would not have been possible without the constant support and guidance and mentorship throughout. So, really, thanks a lot for that.
that's great. That's great. Awesome. So, Neha, I'll tell you the structure of the call first. Okay. So, what we are going to be doing today is for all the listeners who are listening, I'll first of all want you to introduce yourself and, please tell us what you do in day to day life. Yeah.
So, right now I'm working as an analyst at Incisive Limited. My this joined, I think, 1 year back when I completed my graduation from which is my MBA from SPGen School of Global Management, Dubai. I had gone there for a Master of Global Business program, which was a global program that happened, and I completed my master's. Prior to that, I had completed my graduation from Lady Shri Ram College, Delhi University. So pretty much my life has been into academics, and now it's entered the professional journey. So I'm looking forward to a great future as well.
Awesome. Great. Lovely. So, Neha, with that being said, I want to understand how hectic is your day-to-day life, because I've seen that some days you're also working late at 9 p.m. and 8:30 p.m. or 9:30 p.m. So I want to understand how how does your day look like? How hectic is it?
So the reason why it gets hectic is pretty much because of the nature of the work. Because I'm at an analyst at an insights firm, so it's more like a research-oriented consulting job. Also, because the firm is based out of US, so the hours are flexible, which in turn makes it pretty much available 24/7. So there can be projects with the US team, which is why it happens later at night. There can be projects with the Indian team, which happens during the day. So you sort of need to be flexible in just your timings. according to the projects that come in, which is why a normal weekday would look a pretty hectic day for me. In For the past at least 8 to 9 months, they've been really hectic. Once you start getting the hang of it, there are more things to do, and which is why your day starts to get more and more hectic.
Got it. Understood. Makes sense. So, Neha, how I always look at my clients is pre-level up, during level up, and post-level up. So, I first want to talk to you about the pre-level up phase. So, I want to understand what exactly attracted you towards level up, and what is it that you wanted to accomplish through this specific, this specific mentorship program that we had.
So I remember during COVID days, I shifted to Dubai for my, like I mentioned, master's program. So my life completely changed post the time when I was in India compared to that. So I had a pretty punctual and decent disciplined lifestyle, I'd say. Earlier to that, I used to get up on time, do my stuff, and then sleep on time. But because of the nature of the master's program, which was more like a crash course of 16 months, it all my schedule was affected, and I think I saw the impact of it come on my monthly periods, which is why what happened is that I started having delayed periods. I have started showing up a lot of symptoms which were not normal for me. And prior to that, I've never seen such issues, at least with myself, with my personal self. So I started looking for alternatives wherein I could sort of get a solution. I did go to gynacs and they gave me pills which would make it regular for a couple of months, but again the same issue when I came back to India. So that was something that really bothered me and pushed me to an extent to search remedies that would actually give me a permanent solution and not give me such temporary joys of having fixed it and then see it coming back to the same position.
Got it. Awesome. Awesome. So now I want to understand, Neha, that how many months has it been since we've started to, how many months have we worked on?
I think it's been over 6 to 7 months, right, that we've been working.
Yeah. So I want to understand because I know when we started, there was some sort of resistance, right? Because things were so different. And you live in a almost like a joint family where you have,
Joint family.
yeah, you have
Yeah.
your brother and everybody. So I want to understand the journey of this 6 months from you.
Yeah. So I think it's been, like you very correctly said, very resistance from the beginning only, because there were certain things that I had seen in my experience, my family members had seen, that doesn't work for people like us. When I mean people like us, is people who stay in a joint family, who have to sort of be very adjusting, accommodating to what's made at home. You cannot really be given a fixed diet chart to be followed, कि ये कर लो, and then in a people where food is made for 10 people, one is made separately. That doesn't happen. That's at least something we've not seen in our family from the past so many years. So hence the resistance came from my family members, from my near ones, from myself. I was not very sure if I'll be able to fix in and follow what's meant to be followed to achieve my goals. But honestly, it just completely changed when I joined Level Up. So yeah, very rightly said that there's been a lot of resistance, but now I see that was all worth it, I would say.
Awesome. Great. So, can you tell me what all changes specifically have you observed in this 6 months?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So I think the major factor that happened for me is was I was not really cool with the idea of being given a fixed diet chart and having followed that for the rest of, some months. Because, like I said, I was looking for a permanent solution. So, this would have again been a temporary solution wherein I'm following certain things for some months and then I get bored and I get back to my schedule. So, I
Yeah.
knew that would sort of, take me back to where I came from.
Right.
And the reason why I joined Level Up is because of the entire idea of making it personalized to a person, which I feel is really unique. What I personally have observed from different platforms is that they do not actually try to understand that each person is unique and each person gets a different background and lifestyle.
Yeah.
So when I come in, my day-to-day routine might look very different to any other of your clients. So you cannot hand us both the same uh,
Yeah.
mechanism or the solution and expect us to get the exact same results.
Yeah.
So that was the major thing that caught my attention, especially at Level Up, because the if you remember the first conversation that we have while I was joining, the only question I had is, will it really fit in my lifestyle, or will it be that challenging that I'll drift apart in a couple of months? So
Yeah.
I feel that has been something that has been really motivating for me for the past 6 months, because I've not only gotten use my matlab, there's nothing different that I had to do. It just fit in so well with the normal lifestyle that I had, and the progress that we see is really surprising, not just to y'all, for me as well. Because now when I look back at the 6 months, the efforts were really effortless, I'd say. So that journey has been really beautiful so far.
Awesome. Lovely. Lovely. So, Neha, there was this, I also remember, when we started to work together, there was like you also had doubts about workout, right? Because in last 6 months also, when we see there's been a lot of traveling as well. You travel to different places, and the work is also like that. So I want to understand, how has workout been for you? Like, what changes did you feel after workout? And have you been able to work out consistently since the time program ended? And tell me more about that.
I think one good thing about me personally is that I've been very consistent with whatever I take up in life. Once I've decided that I'll take up something, I'll make sure that I do it till the finishing point, and I don't give up in between. So I
Yeah.
think if I look back now, there's not a single day that I'll say I missed purposefully, or just wanting to have take rest from workout. So I've been very consistent with my workouts, which was not the case before I joined Level Up. So I did try to work out on my own. I did try to exercise. I joined a couple of classes, but then it didn't fix for long, because I guess it used to be for 1 month and I never renewed it. So I think the entire idea of getting a client fixed for 3 months is really making sense now to me, that I look back. Because of those 3 months, I could actually get enough time to adopt it to my daily life and schedule. That after 3 months, even one day if I didn't work out, I used to feel something is off. So I think that routine building has really helped me personally. And as much as workouts, like you said, there's a lot of traveling, there's a lot of work commitments, but because of the flexibility that you give with the workout, as in the Level Up team gives, with the fact that you give us recording, you give us live options. So like I said, it's really personalized to what suits me. You don't have to be rigid that this is a certain time, if you miss it, that's it, you're gone for the day. You still get the recording, and you have the entire remaining hours of the day to cover up any time that you'd like. Plus it's not very demanding, like it's just a 30-40 minute workout, which will not demand really 2-3 hours of your day to be, you need to sweat in the gym. So that's really worked for me as an individual as well.
Awesome. Great. So, Neha, you mentioned that, once we started working, though, especially when it comes to your menses, it was irregular, right? The periods were irregular. And now I want to understand how, like, have you been getting periods regularly lately? How has that been? Tell me more about that.
So I think this is one question that I get from a lot of people who inquire about Level Up, and who want to personally get in touch with me, that did you start seeing results from the right go word, and how has that result journey been? I'd say initially it was I didn't see for the first 1 or 2 months. It came eventually, which is why the entire scene of routine building and naturally getting it. But I'd say once I got it, there's no going back. Like since the time I've got it, it's been regular month after month. For the past 3 to 4 months, it's been so regular that I don't have to even think of, is it getting delayed, is it getting correct, am I seeing the symptoms? So I feel once that consistency builds in, and once you fit in the routine, then you don't have to actually worry about the results. It's naturally going to fall in place if you're doing everything right, if your diet is right, your workout is right, you're consistent with what's being told, you're following each and every step that's being told. I think it's just very uh, bound to happen, and not something that we should, really worry about, that it's been 1 month, oh my god, I'm not seeing the results. So that's what certainly what I'd like to say to the viewers as well. You have to be very patient enough to see certain results if you're looking for a lifetime solution. Now, it cannot be something that, is given to you in a glass and you drink and you immediately see the result. So I think that I have also learned with time. I remember 1 month I was like, oh my god, it's still taking time. But then, yeah, once it happened, I'm sure there's no going back, and that'll be the scene with others as well.
Awesome. Great. Lovely. So, Neha, I was just going through your reports, okay, and there are a few things that like significantly has changed. For example, uh, there were things that you didn't even know about when we joined, because there were just few issues that were, physically you were seeing when it comes to weight, irregular periods, skin health, and all of that stuff. But internally, when we analyzed, we realized that, there were few things with like the kidney reports were not at at the best. Triglycerides were all over the place, and iron wasn't in the right proportion. And now when I see it, your triglyceride has dropped from 170 to 131. Iron has become from 45 to 66.7, which is amazing. And then SGPT, which is basically your kidney function, has dropped from 86 to 29, which is a significant change. So when you see something like this happening, which is also some sort of internal healing, how do you feel about that? And what was your reaction, and how did you feel when you sort of compared the old reports versus the new reports?
I think one thing that has happened with me is I'd say I was very ignorant to the fact that there are a lot of detailings that go in, which I feel pretty much a lot of people are as well, because we just see the external changes that happen. It we don't really know what's happening inside the body, and that's also, a sort of mechanism that needs to work right in order to see external changes as well. So, I'm really grateful that we did these blood reports so that even I got to know what is happening. Because had this not been there, then I don't think I would have gone to any blood test and got it done, unless and until I would have had some disease or some, massive requirement of so I feel that's a good thing that we did in the beginning to actually understand what the problem is and eradicate it from the root cause itself. So when the team helped me identify these, and I, since I do not come from that technical background, I just, what I had to do as a client is just follow what's being told and have that trust that it'll be going to the correct path. So I feel throughout my journey I've been very open and um, very clear in communicating on how I feel internally. And the difference is very clear. Like, I was not that confident about my health pre level up, but now that I've realized certain things over the journey, I've become more confident, and I can speak it with any bunch of people and not being seen as someone who's not aware about her own self or not confident. So I feel that has been my biggest takeaway, and which is why now when I see my reports, I do understand what has improved, what should be where, and I'm just very grateful for that progress.
Awesome. Great. Good to know that. Neha, one more thing which we completely forgot to discuss was, this is something that is visually like the first thing that you notice about yourself, which is the weight, obviously. So I want to understand, what was your starting weight, and what is your current weight, and what is the transition? How much have you lost, and what is your take on that?
I think before 6 months, I had really touched around 80s, which was really the highest I've ever seen in my life. And, that did worry me to an extent that I didn't want to, not that just because of the physical appearance, that was still fine. I do not take those body image issues to heart, so that was not my concern. But my concern was it should not affect my health, and that should not be a long term challenge in my career, because I was starting my professional journey. I had a lot of things in line, so I didn't want that to be the reason, why I'm not achieving what I want to achieve in life. So which is why now, post the 6 months, what we see is I've dropped down to higher 60s. So
Yeah.
which I think is a very significant difference that has come in. And it's not just showing up in my body, and I'm not just getting compliments for it, but I feel it internally as well. Like I said, it's made me more aware, confident. That ignorance thing has gone away. I am really more confident to talk about issues, talk about things that I've done, talk about, different battles that I've fought and I've won. So I feel those are something that is more important when we just look at weight as a number. And I think that also, I've understood through the journey, where I understood weight is not dependent on the fact that how much you work out or how much you eat. There are a lot of other things that contribute to a normal weight as well. So I think this awareness has also come through Level Up, where I've realized that mental health is equally important. Water intake is equally important. Vitamin D is important. So I feel now those things are all falling in place.
Awesome. Great. Good to know that, Neha. So, I want to congratulate you, and your efforts are really admirable because you've been very consistent. Your dedication is something that all of us talk about. So, one last thing, which is that if you had to give a message to all the women who would be watching you, taking inspiration from your journey itself, and they're stuck somewhere, not able to take that, step because they feel, like they're too busy for their own health, or they'll not be able to do things, and like things will not work out. What if you had to give one message, what would that be?
I think I'd really copy that from you, because that's been a really, really biggest takeaway from me as well. I think when I joined, you told me the first step is difficult, then the journey is very easy. So I think to all the women who are stuck out there and not able to decide on what to do, and it's very natural to be scared of a lot of things, and because there are a lot of things that are not happening good as well around us. So it's natural for us to feel insecure and trust someone with a significant investment in health, that will you really get returns out of it. So I feel somewhere there has to be first step that she herself has to take. There's no one. We can just talk about our journeys and say it's been great, but as long as you're not really putting in the first step, there'll be no one to handle you till the finishing line. So I feel, to all the women out there, my message would be just don't worry. Take in the first step and trust me, the process is going to be really easy. There's an entire team waiting to help you. You just have to tell them that you need help and support, and that's it. All it takes from your side. So I feel apart from that, also I would want to say my entire personal journey with Level Up has been really, really amazing. Not just that I've grown as a person, I've grown more confident and beautifully as a person. So I feel that confidence, the entire process and journey has given me, which has made me realize that it's okay to be vulnerable, it's okay to be in the state that you are. No one is judging. I feel the safe community at Level Up is also another really great thing that I will be taking away. So many great women out there who share their little achievements day by day, and we not just see progress of ourselves, we really feel happy that so many women out there are also progressing. So that entire journey has been really beautiful, and I'm not just taking back the team Level Up, I'm taking back the entire community of Level Up. And I feel we surely say somewhere down in the future that, yeah, when people understand, when I say I'm from Level Up, I do not have to explain post that
Yeah.
itself says it all. So really congratulations on building a great platform, Chetan. You've had a amazing team. Thank you to Dwani and Bhavna as well, who've done a commendable job in making sure that I'm on my foot regularly, and just make it all possible for me. So thanks a lot in that.
Pleasure is ours. Great. Thank you so much, Neha. Thank you so much for taking out time, and we wish you all the best for future, for your health, for your career, for your family, everything that that is supposed to come. So, cheers. Have a beautiful day. Bye.
Thank you so much. You too. Bye.